Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We have Maggie Winkel with us, and she's the VP of Global Product Division Leader at Under Armour. Thank you again, Maggie, for taking the time to give us insight in your career in the sports industry.
I'm happy to join you, Leslie, and thanks for asking me to participate.
Awesome. So to get us started, could you provide a brief summary of your current role and your primary responsibilities?
Sure. I'm in the global product organization within Under Armour. And what that means is my team and I oversee the creation of the accessories products that are in line for the brand. Those are the products like hats and bags and socks, underwear, things like that. Additionally, I oversee the licensing division. And what that means is whenever Under Armour has a relationship with another company that wants to use our brand and label in order to sell goods, we partner with these companies to make products that we can't necessarily manufacture effectively ourselves because they require often some specialty that it makes more sense for us to partner with this particular company in order to make that happen. So as an example, the catcher's gear, protective equipment, things like sunglasses, water bottles, a lot of those types of products are products that we actually license out. And those are all within the purview of my team and I as well.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you. And after looking at your career so far, it looks like you've been mostly in the apparel industry. What steps did you take to get into your current role now in sports apparel?
Yeah, I have. I kind of grew up. I was able to. I kind of grew up in the fashion industry, and probably about 10 or 12 years ago, I had the good fortune to combine my passion for sport with shopping. And that's actually when I started working at Nike. And so I was lucky to work for Nike for about 10 years. And that brought me then to a role here at Under Armour. And the way I kind of think about it is what's great about working for these types of companies is thinking about being on a team and understanding like really what the dynamics of the team is and what a role a team player is really helps, I think, in terms of being able to communicate effectively with teammates within this industry, as well as helping you organize an approach for of ways of working, how you complete a project. So that really, I got really back in touch with a lot of the things I learned when I was an athlete in my younger days, and thinking about team dynamics and the role each team player plays.
Definitely. Yeah, collaboration is key. Could you share
And communication.
communication? Yeah. Could you share some other key lessons that you've learned from your time now in sports?
Yeah, sure. I think for me, again, what was great is a lot of the things I learned as a team athlete do really help me be a better executive within the company. One of the things I found in some companies is, they would talk about working together as a team, but not really understanding the importance of like role clarity and that, everyone shouldn't necessarily working together as a team doesn't mean everyone's doing the same thing. It means right? Everybody has their own specialty and they're doing their job and coming together to create a better outcome. And so that's been a really helpful element of something I learned early on in my days as an athlete that I've been able to deploy and create greater success for the companies I've worked for, as an example.
Awesome. All really valuable lessons. And aside from effective communication and learning how to collaborate with a large team, what additional advice do you have for students or even young professionals who are looking to get into sports?
Yeah, I think probably one of the biggest things I would say is one, believing in yourself and your capabilities. You're going to meet up with people who aren't necessarily who might be competing with you and maybe trying to undermine you. And I think it's really important believe in your capabilities and who you are. And sometimes we get excited about an opportunity and try and force fit ourselves maybe into fitting into what that role might be or what we think that role could be. Yeah. But oftentimes I've always found, if not always, I've found my greatest success and happiness in my place of work is when I'm able to find that right fit of me being able to be me, and be able to really bring my full self and my capabilities into a role in order to help a team succeed. And the other thing I would say would be adaptability. Oftentimes, whether that's in our career, as we kind of go on our career journey, we might have a plan of the next steps we're going to take. Sometimes that doesn't pan out the way we anticipate or envision. And being able to, take advantage of the opportunities that do come your way and that might take you maybe a little bit left or right of the course you had planned, and maximize those abilities, adapt to what they bring you and how you can leverage those into future growth, greater growth and future opportunities, maybe getting you even further ahead on the next step, I think is really important. And adaptability, even in the ways you're working, is really important, because I think it sort of goes hand in glove with communication and collaboration, and that it really helps you be able to meet people where they are, and you can come together mutually if you have that adaptability and aren't trying to force people to come all the way to your ways of working, or the way you see things.
Exactly. Yeah. You touched on confidence and what that looks like in the workplace. A common thing that I see a lot amongst young professionals and students is imposter syndrome. And what advice would you give to students or young professionals who may be experiencing imposter syndrome?
That's really great. I think, again, I think it goes back to really understanding who you are and what you're good at, and being okay with that, which seems kind of weird, but it's okay to feel good that you're able to do certain skills really well. That's not being an imposter. That's just really celebrating the things you do well as nobody is perfect, all the way up to the CEO of the company, or the company owner. Everybody has flaws, and everybody has things that they do really well. So you're amongst a bunch of folks who have, really great positive things they can do, and then things that they're also working on. So keeping in touch with that idea that everybody has sort of that yin and yang of things they do well and things that they're working to improve. And understanding that, I think, can go a long way to helping people feel confident and not like they have that, not suffer from the imposter syndrome.
Exactly. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It looks like that may be all the time that we have for. So again,
Okay.
thank you, Maggie, for your time. I really appreciate it. And I know many other students really appreciate your time as well.
It's my pleasure. Thanks again, Leslie. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thanks.